How's it going, folks? My name's Ronan. This is the Scientific Angler, and what we do on this channel is everything from fishing to biology, mainly fishing. What we'll be talking about today is the video you're about to see, which is where I'm based in Donegal and I'm fishing in a mountain lake. Now, the lake will go unnamed because not even many people in the area, for example Derry, know about this lake. It's about 10-15 minutes from my house. Pretty decent sport in the lake itself. But yeah, what you'll see today is a lot of fish in high quantities. Now, the quality of the fish is not the same as the quality of the fish that we would catch in, for example, Lough Corrib, Lough Sheelan, even Lough Arrow. They're a lot smaller. So if you hear me in this video, which you're about to see, talking about the fish being large, don't think I think that a 3/4 of a pound or a pound or even half a pound fish is large, but for this lake, that's a really good brown trout. And on this day in particular, which was in May of 2023, the reason that it was so long ago was because I've just been so busy, to be honest. I haven't had time to edit the video, so I've got this video and another in Lough Corrib, which was also in May, in the backlog. I think I might have one other video as well. So there's a few videos that are going to be coming out on the channel, but do know that they were during the fishing season. We're currently outside of the fishing season at the moment. So on this particular day, we went to this lake that I frequent during the fishing season. It's way closer to home than any of the other lakes. For example, Lough Corrib is about a 3.5 hour drive from my home. This lake is about 10-15 minutes, so it's really accessible for us. I took my friend out, Darren, who doesn't really fish. The only 2 times he's been out is with me. First time he didn't catch, the second time we were out, as you can see in the video, he thought he wasn't catching all day. He was using a heavy spinning rod. He doesn't know how to fly fish yet. Completely understandable. So I set him up with a spinning rod with a fly attached to the end of it. So bubble and fly essentially is what we call that technique. He thought he wasn't catching the entirety of the day. Then I swiftly said to him, after he complained about it, that if he feels any sort of tension on the rod, which can be hard to tell with the smaller fish on a heavy spinning rod, that he needs to strike and start reeling immediately. About 30 seconds after I said that, he caught his first fish. So it just goes to show that being out with somebody that has slightly more knowledge than you can really help in your ability to catch more fish. Now, this lake is a really good lake. It's a peat lake, so it's essentially like a bog lake with lots of moss and stuff under the lake. It's got a brown colour to it. The trout look surprisingly not dark. They're nice coloured trout. That's probably due to the diet that they eat. There's a high volume of flies that come off here. So you'd have bog flies, which are like a black fly, or heather fly. There's lots of sages that come off at a certain time of the year, which American folks would call caddis. Even some Scottish folks, I think I've heard called caddis as well. But yeah, the sage hatch is great. Lots of other small midge fly as well. During the day, it's usually wet fly fishing that I would be doing in this lake, and then in the evening time, when the hatch starts to come off and the fish really get active on top of the surface, I would switch over to dries. Now, in this video, before the dry fly action started, just as it was starting, my GoPro battery died, so I wasn't able to record the dry fly action, but we had great fun as well. But lakes like this, it just shows you don't have to go far in a field, and also you don't need the best of equipment. Darren had one of his best days ever fishing out of the 2, so not much competition, but he had a really good day and caught several fish with really basic equipment, and there's not much skill in fishing the bubble and fly. It's really easy to do. If you're looking to get your child out, your friend out, everybody kind of needs to do these sort of things to get into the world of fishing and make it enjoyable, so that they're not messing up their cast every 2 seconds. And as we know, everybody that's watching this channel is probably a fly fisherman, and at one point in your life you had to learn, and learning to fly fish isn't the easiest. So essentially, also just to give a bit of background, on my videos I've strictly been using the GoPro and sometimes an iPhone. I've actually upgraded and got an actual camera, so the quality of these videos is going to increase dramatically. It's going to shoot in a different style. I'm thinking kind of like a Joe Robinette type style, to be honest. So more talking. I know I get a lot of comments about people saying that they want more instructional things in the video. So just to break down the gear that I'm using in this video, I'm using a Gray's X-Flight, and it's a 10-foot 7-weight. Now it is overkill for this lake, but on the day it made casting really easily, even on the wind. When you've got a 7-weight line and a 7-weight rod, you can basically cast in any direction you want. Now in the car I do keep a dry fly rod as well, but we'll go over that in a different video where I'm actually using that. So just to reiterate, it's a Gray's X-Flight 10-foot 7-weight. The reel that I'm using is a Hardy reel, so it's the Ultra Disc UDLA, and I believe it's a 5/6 weight or 4/5/6. On that I've got a ghost tip fly line, which is essentially like a sinking tip fly line, and it's a 5-foot sinking head, I believe. On the end I would just use, on these types of lake, I would use like 5-6 pound fluorocarbon, sometimes even smaller than that. If you go down to 4 pound, then breaking is really common, and I don't like to deal with breaks, just for the health of the fish really. So if we talk about the gear that I used on that day, I think it was 5 or 6 pound, possibly 6, just to avoid tangles when you're casting the wind. If you've got a thicker diameter leader essentially, or tippet as the Americans would call it, that will prevent the wind knots that you get in your cast, which can be a day ruiner for a lot of people, taking knots out of your cast all day. So yeah, the advice I would give for fishing a mountain lake, especially from the shore, would be do not spend too much time in one place unless you're constantly catching in that one spot. Essentially what you would do is you would take 2 or 3 casts in one area, and you would call your area within like a 2-meter range. You would take 2 or 3 casts in one area. If you really feel like it looks like a good hole you want to fish, take 5 casts. If you're not catching anything within 5 casts, the likelihood is in that spot you're not going to catch anything, so there's no point wasting your time when you've got miles of the lake to cover. So you constantly moving every couple of meters, take 3 casts. Usually the best way to work the water is to fish diagonally from the shore. So if the shore's here, you would fish diagonally out, and then that would ensure that you're working the water effectively. A lot of these fish that you would get in mountain lakes tend to be closer to the shore, for whatever reason that might be. It might be for protection, might be better feeding conditions. Depending on the lake, obviously, as you're wading, you need to be careful. If you've got the correct gear, a pair of waders or wellies will determine how far you can go out to work. So I think maybe later I'll do a full analysis of how to work the water of a lake when you're fishing from the shore, because that's something I've a fair bit of experience on. But yeah, I'm going to leave you now to enjoy the video, and then I'll come back at the end. But if you have any questions about anything that I've just said, or anything that's going to happen in the video now, or even any feedback that you would like to talk about, pop it in the comment section below. And if you do enjoy this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe as well. But enjoy the rest of the video. Tight lines. Came for it again. Skill, lad. No substitute for skill. Yep. Not a beast by any standards, but good craic. So, see it? Disturbance at my fly. Doesn't pick it properly. Trout just took right there. See it? About 15 foot away from me. It took again. Reel on and cast it. Look. On there one. Yeah. Yeah. Same fly, lad. Got a wee tick there, away on. Aye. Hey, hey. That's a decent one there, man. Seriously, a decent one. You're right. Deadly, hey? Aye, fire diagonal. As long as you're not interfering my cast, it's alright. That's the first time I used this fly. There's another one that showed down there. I tied it up in Liverpool. You know me, like creations sort of thing. You're right. They've taken on all my flies, like. But that one you're using is the one I'm getting most of these ticks on here. See it? No, I missed another one. Be safe if it comes back. Oh, that is a decent one there. Aye. Decent enough. You know what I want to show there? I heard it. Aye, it's shallow the whole way up.
All the way up here?
Aye, the whole way around. See that? Just a little skitter. It's good when that's the smallest of the day there. Do you get any jags yet? It's hard to tell with a big heavy rod too, like.
Sometimes you think it's a one.
If in doubt, strike. I said, if you're in doubt, just strike. If you feel like you feel something, fucking yank it up and reel. Lift your rod up. Reel fast. Keep going. Good man.
It's only a wee thing, like.
Oh, that's what you want there, lad. No, it's smaller than the rest of them. Aye. Reel on, don't let it go slack. Yes, good man. It's a better one, is it? Well done, lad.
About the same size, I think. Maybe a wee bit more.
Just depends on the amount of fly coming off. Simple as. I lost one. Oh, he's up feeding there. See him? Go on, take my fly.
I fixed it.
Good man. Oh! Well, there we are, folks. This is the video now come to an end. This point is where my GoPro battery died. I wasn't able to record the dry fly action, but I can assure you we have brilliant dry fly action on lakes like this at night time. As the sun's starting to set, there's loads of flies that start to hatch off, and the fish are just working the top of the water. It's really a sight to behold, and it's a shame I didn't get it on camera, but hopefully next time. And the next video that you'll see from me will be in Lough, and that would be when we headed down in August, and we had some really good dry fly action on that as well, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. And if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment to let me know what you'd like to see next or more of, and if you really enjoyed the video, send it to your friends. But have a nice day, lads. Tight lines.